Eucharistic imagination, creative of holiness. Saint Peter Julian Eymard in the 19th century, sensitive to the cooling of faith and indifference pervading people of his time, was fired by a passion to discover in the Eucharist a new way to evangelize. His rich poetic use of imagery is drawn from the scriptures as well as from the beauty of God's creation to which he was finally attuned. With the creativity of Christian imagination, Eymard's use of imagery of Christ's reign was linked to the biblical theme of God's glory dear to him. In urging the importance of restoring Christ's social reign, he saw that without this there could be no genuine hope for humankind's renewal. He remarked in his last sermon for the Feast of Pentecost that instead of proclaiming with ardor the abundant life bestowed by Jesus, John 10:10, many priests were sadly caught up in the cult of death. He perceived the need to pray for priests of fire, as he put it in a letter to his spiritual daughter Margaret Guyon. He often reflected on and repeated Jesus' words, "I have come to set the earth on fire, and how I wish it were already blazing." Luke 12:49. Frequently referring to Saint John Chrysostom's phrase in this regard, the Eucharist is a burning coal that ignites us. Eymard encouraged faith-seeking understanding as Saint Anselm of Canterbury described the function of theology, in pointing out that a truly thoughtful person is thankful. Eymard promotes going to the very roots of what it means to think, a word which is etymologically related to thanksgiving or Eucharist. His teaching thus recalls Saint Irenaeus' words cited above. He sought to impose nothing on others through moralizing. Rather, the whole endeavor of this apostle of the Eucharist, canonized 50 years ago, was to propose bearing living witness to becoming gratefully renewed in the mind of Christ. Philippians chapter 2:5. He used to point out that a truly Eucharistic hearted person's one thought would be simply thanksgiving, a single-minded, deeply grateful and joyous awareness for being oriented towards Christ, who takes over entirely, so that Eucharist would become the ransom, deter and life principle in accord with St. Paul's leitmotif, "It is no longer I who live, but Jesus who lives in me." Galatians 2:20. He discovered this vitalizing truth by contemplating the whole Eucharistic mystery. Near the end of his life, he came to appreciate that the only adequate response to this mystery and appropriation of its significance would consist in the total gift of self. In the imagery of the interior cenacle, he found the best way of realizing the contemplatory of an enlivening interiority and the dynamic thrust of Christ's gift at the Last Supper. Apostolic action begins here with the contemplative gaze of Eucharistic imagination, which is enkindled and impassioned by the Holy Spirit, who leads to living the whole truth of the Gospel. Others are attracted to share in the light of the new evangelization springing from this witness of persons driven by a Eucharistic imagination. End of the reading.